So Outer Belly ran Ascot on Saturday in the 2-mile handicap hurdle, and it was his first run in handicap company, having run in novice hurdles last year, and we were very keen to see him sort of do the basics right, settle and jump. And although he didn't settle that well initially, we were delighted to see him put in his best round of jumping so far. So it was very much a sort of stepping stone, hopefully to sort of bigger race, better prize back there at Ascot at Christmas time. So we were delighted with how he stayed on well at the end, finishing obviously second. So all roads lead back to Ascot in December. Yeah, Boothill, we were delighted with his performance. Obviously, he had a really good campaign last year, and you don't know, obviously, sort of second season chaser back in handicap company, whether there's going to be more to come or not. So I think he answered that pretty emphatically, and it was great. We've always felt that's his best sort of trip, strong 2 miles off with a really strong pace, suits him perfectly, and the race went really smoothly for him. He jumped great, and Johnny was able to just bide his time in the straight, and just loved the way he winged the last and won going away. So yeah, it gives us a bit of a headache whether we stick to handicap company. He's in a valuable race back at Ascot at the end of the month, the Hurst Park, which he won last season, in fact. So obviously it's going to be a fair bit higher now, but or we could step up into graded company. So it's a good position to be in, and nice decision to have to make. So Hot Rod Lincoln's hopefully going to get this season underway at Warwick on Wednesday. He was due to start out at Lingfield last week. Unfortunately, there were a number of abandonments, but hopefully this week's weather looks a little bit better from that point of view. And so he goes to Warwick to run the 3-mile novices handicap chase, and we bought him having won a point, and he's always been a chaser in the making. So last seen winning over hurdles in the spring, he scored really well. So 3 miles and soft ground is sort of ideal for him. So hoping he can get off to a good start. On Friday, we've got Exeter's Holden Gold Cup card. We've got a number of entries, including Giza Rockstar, who we've been looking to get him started out over hurdles, having won his bumper at Taunton last year. We've just had to be a bit patient, and hoping, that the galloping track at Exeter will really suit him, as long as the ground's not too testing. So, but he's a lovely horse. Looks to have done well over the summer and improved again. So, looking forward to seeing him out. On the same card, we've got Great Snow and Mabelle Noir entered in the Mayor's Handicap Hurdle. Mabelle Noir has been doing particularly well so far this season, already a 3-time winner. And although she's gone up a bit in the weights, we had planned actually to go over fences with her. We've ended up opting for this valuable sort of handicap for the rating band, because actually the mare's chases that she was due to run in have all been lost. So hoping that she can continue her good form. And Great Snow obviously is in the same race, but is more likely to go to Wincanton on Saturday for the Richard Barber Memorial Mares Handicap, which is a race we're keen to win for obvious reasons, having been very close to Richard, and he was a mentor for me for a number of years, and part of the reason, very much the reason I'm doing what I'm doing today, quite honest. So we won the race a few times before it was run in his memory, so it'd be great to go and win it now. And Great Snow will be making her debut for us, having done well for New Mulholland as a novice hurdler last year, and her new owners are looking forward to seeing her get started, and this will sort of decide whether we stick to hurdles with her or maybe after this run think about going chasing with her, but she's a 5 big mare, so she's one we're looking forward to seeing out this weekend. And on the card at Exeter, we've also got Ask Me Early entered, who slightly lost his way, but did very much lose his way last season. But we're hoping a couple of days out hunting will have helped find his spark. So he's come down a little bit in the weights. Exeter's a track that should suit him as well. He won over hurdles there, so he's all set to get his season underway at Exeter also. So Wincanton have their valuable big day on Saturday, Badger Ales Day, and on the card they have the Rising Stars Novices Chase that we were lucky enough to win a couple of years ago at Bags Groove, and we've got Mai Tai and Lady Adair both entered in the race. We'll only run one, but Mai Tai obviously was runner-up on his chasing debut in intermediate chase, and we hope that he will have learned plenty from that experience. And Lady Adair, who made a perfect start over fences at Worcester, would obviously be stepping into graded company for the first time and against the boys. So we'll decide later in the week which one takes a chance, but it's a good card, and hoping to be well represented. An early alarm clock, that's for sure, by most people's reckoning anyway. Normally up at 5 and straight up to the yard and touching base with I had lad and making sure all okay before deciding, working out the day's exercise board, what horses are doing what, and who's riding which horses. So that's a very important part of the day, and it's a key part of the day. So to get that right, and then obviously it's a case of making sure, hopefully, that those plans go smoothly throughout the morning, watching the horses on the gallops, and all the time phones on me, whether it's watching declarations, entries, speaking to owners, videoing horses, etc. So there's lots going on through the course of the morning, and then we hopefully get, if we're not racing, get a chance to stop for a bit of lunch, and then back for evening stables, where again checking around horses and making plans for either the next day or the days ahead. So it's always something to be keep your mind focused, that's for sure, when you're training racehorses. I think it's a way of life, to be honest, rather than a work-life balance. It's very much, obviously, Kira and I do it in partnership, and we've got 2 young girls who, when they're not at school, are either on the gallops with me or riding their ponies, things like that, or coming racing. So it's very much a way of life, and we're lucky to do something that we're passionate about and work with some wonderful horses. So it's obviously nice to get time to spend with the girls when we do get the chance, and it's very much all encompassing, that's for sure, when you're involved with horses. It has its ups and downs, but I think the good days definitely make it all worthwhile, and but there would be life. There isn't sometimes when you think, oh well, there's easier ways to make a living, but quite know what goodness knows what that would be. So I think I better work hard and stick to the day job, that's for sure. Obviously wishing her, Henrietta Knight, all the success and luck on her return to the training ranks, and she obviously feels there's an opening. We're obviously not doing a good enough job. The ones that are currently got a training license, she obviously thinks she can do it better, and but no, I think obviously, I think reading, she's keen to. She always has been involved. I think she's never stopped being involved with horses, and obviously there's an opportunity to have another go. So wish her as I said, the very best of luck, and she's record speaks for herself. So I'm sure she'll make a great success of it once again.